What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going over one last quick 5-minute lens review before we jump into some exciting stuff with these new Nikon Z6 and Z7 cameras. So today I'm going over, as promised, the Sigma 135mm 1.8 lens. This is the Sony native E-Mount one, and it is quite large. I'm really liking it. So let's just jump straight into it and I'll let you know what I think. So first, as always, build quality. This thing is built like any other Sigma lens, Sigma art lens I should say. It's really nice. It's quite heavy. It's not as big as I thought it would be. It is bigger than the 85mm G Master, but it's not so big that it is a problem. It's smaller than the 85mm 1.4 Sigma. And yes, I did take the lens hood off because when you put it on, it makes it look enormous, and it's not really fair. So without the lens hood on, it's a big lens, but it's manageable, and it's a lot more manageable than a 70-200 2.8. We knew it was going to be big. Anyway, it's built really nicely. It does have, as always on the new Sigmas, has the rubber mount. It is weather sealed. This one does have a slightly larger filter thread, so this is an 82mm filter, which is a little bit of a pain, but I'm not using filters anyway. So build quality is fantastic. One thing I will say, and I just noticed now, it was on the setting. On the side here, you've got the focus mode, so you can set it to infinity or 1.5 meters to infinity, just to lock it off so it's not focusing all the way back and forth all the time. I did notice through the first wedding I shot with it that I accidentally bumped that switch. It's quite easy to move, and I didn't realize, and it was playing up, but I didn't realize it was because I had that switch limited to the close focus, so it wasn't hitting what I wanted it to. But I think I'll probably put some tape over that and lock it off on the full, because you know, when you have it on the right setting, it focuses perfectly. Video focus is okay. I did do a little bit of video with it, and it works. It's not super fast, but it works fast enough. So onto image quality. This thing is amazing. It's super sharp, wide open. If you have a look at this photo, I shot this at f5. And you can see it's just crazy sharp. This crop here is right into the middle of the frame, and this next shot is right to the extreme corners, and I think it's over 100%, so it might look a little bit pixelated, but it's super sharp, crazy sharp at f5 or anything close to that. At 1.8, if you look at this photo here of my mate Ethan, you can see it has a really nice depth of field to it. It looks really nice. The tones are nice. Obviously it's been edited, but it does have really nice colors, and it's quite punchy straight out of the camera. And if you zoom right into Ethan's eyeball here, you can see it's nice and sharp and didn't have any problems getting the eye. And yeah, wide open, it's really nice. I'm loving it. Other than sharpness, chromatic aberration is pretty much non-existent with this one, and it does have quite a vignette at 1.8, but it looks really nice. I haven't had to correct it, so really happy with that. Overall optical quality is just outstanding with this lens, and I kind of expected that, to be fair, but overall image quality is fantastic. So my idea was to get a 135 to use instead of my 85mm, because I hardly ever use the 85. I'm usually 25-50, as you guys probably know, and I've just felt like 135 1.8 is more useful for the ceremony. It's more useful for the speeches, and it's probably better for those long distance epic shots that I like to get when I'm sort of on top of a cliff shooting down or something like that. It just works really nicely, and 1.8 is really nice with 135mm. Overall feeling, I think this will probably replace my 85, and I'll stick with 25-50 and 135. That'll pretty much be my combo, other than ultra wide. The weight is really not a problem. It is, like I said, it is heavier, but it's not so heavy that, like, I noticed it way more when I had the 70-200 2.8 on. That was a big difference compared to this 135. So if you're looking for a telephoto lens with a little bit more reach, and 135 is going to be enough for you, then I would really suggest it. It works really well, and I didn't have any issues is the main thing. It was super reliable, and I've had not one issue since I've been using it for the last couple of weeks. Watch out this afternoon. I'm heading to Auckland Camera Centre to watch the Nikon release live, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit and my thoughts on what's happening with Nikon and their mirrorless, and if people are going to regret going Sony so late in the game when Nikon just brought this camera out. And you might be surprised what they're bringing out, but stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in a few hours.